Three people. Three of the most successful human beings who ever lived.
Warren Buffett, one of the greatest investors in history.
Steve Jobs, the man who built Apple into the most valuable company on Earth.
And Elon Musk, the man behind Tesla, SpaceX, and some of the most ambitious visions in human history.
Three completely different people. Three completely different businesses. Three completely different personalities.
But when researchers studied how they communicate, they found something extraordinary.
All three share the exact same communication secrets.
And today, we are going to share every single one of them with you.
I am James.
And I am Sophie. Welcome to Talk English Daily.
And here is the most important thing to understand before we begin.
These billionaires did not succeed because they were the smartest people in the room, or the most educated, or even the most talented.
They succeeded because they could communicate their ideas better than anyone else. They could make people believe. They could make people follow. They could make people see a future that did not yet exist.
And the way they did that is not what you expect.
Let us begin.
Lesson 1. The Warren Buffett Secret. Speak to be understood, not to impress.
Warren Buffett is arguably the greatest investor who ever lived. He built Berkshire Hathaway into one of the most valuable companies in the world. He is known as the Oracle of Omaha.
And when he sits down to write a letter to his investors, some of the most powerful and sophisticated business people on Earth, do you know what he does?
He imagines he is writing to his two sisters.
His two sisters, not financial experts, not Wall Street professionals, his sisters, intelligent women, but with no financial background.
He said this himself. My goal is simply to give them the information I would wish them to supply me if our positions were reversed.
He also said, to succeed, I do not need to write like Shakespeare. I just need a sincere desire to inform.
And his letters became the most read business documents in America. Millions of people read them every year, not because they are complicated, because they are clear.
This is the Buffett principle. If your grandmother cannot understand what you are saying, you have not explained it well enough yet.
He also said something that every English learner needs to hear.
If you can't communicate, it's like winking at a girl in the dark. Nothing happens.
Warren Buffett said that?
He did. He was known for his warm sense of humor.
But the point is serious. Communication that is not understood is not communication at all. It is just noise.
So here is the Buffett practice. Before you say something complicated, ask yourself one question. Could I explain this to someone who knows nothing about this topic?
If the answer is no, simplify it more. Keep simplifying until the answer is yes.
Now practice the Buffett approach. Say this sentence after us. Clear, simple, direct.
I want to explain this as simply as possible, because the idea itself is powerful.
I want to explain this as simply as possible, because the idea itself is powerful.
Pause and say it yourself. That sentence is the Buffett mindset in one line.
Lesson 2. The Steve Jobs Secret. Simple words change the world.
Researchers once did a fascinating study. They analyzed the language of three technology leaders, Bill Gates of Microsoft, Michael Dell of Dell Computers, and Steve Jobs of Apple.
They measured the vocabulary level of each person. How complex were their words? How long were their sentences?
The results were extraordinary.
Bill Gates spoke at university vocabulary level. Michael Dell spoke at high school vocabulary level. And Steve Jobs, the man who created iPhone, who built the most valuable company in history, spoke at the level of a 10-year-old child.
A 10-year-old?
A 10-year-old. And he launched products that changed the world.
Because Steve Jobs understood something most people never learn. The most powerful communication is the communication that everyone understands. Every time. Instantly. Think about the most famous phrases Steve Jobs ever said. Think different. One more thing. 1,000 songs in your pocket.
Every single one. A child could understand. He borrowed a phrase from the artist Leonardo da Vinci. He used it his entire career, and it became the philosophy of Apple itself.
Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication.
Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. Say that now.
Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication.
Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication.
The next time you want to use a complicated word, ask yourself what Steve Jobs would say. Is there a simpler word that means the same thing?
There almost always is. Use that word instead.
Here is a quick exercise. Instead of saying, I am endeavoring to optimize my communication methodologies,
James, nobody says that.
you would be surprised. Instead, just say,
I'm trying to communicate better.
I am trying to communicate better.
Pause and say it. Simple, direct, Jobs approved.
Lesson 3. The Elon Musk Method. Speak about the future as if it is already real.
Elon Musk is one of the most fascinating communicators in the world.
Because what he does better than almost anyone is make the impossible sound completely inevitable.
When Elon Musk talks about sending humans to Mars, he does not say, I hope one day we might go to Mars.
He says, we are going to Mars. The first humans will land within this decade.
Present tense, certain, alive, as if it is already happening right now.
Researchers who interviewed hundreds of self-made billionaires noticed exactly this pattern. Every single one spoke about their goals in the present tense, as if the future they were building was already real.
Not, I want to build a company. I am building a company.
Not, I hope to succeed. I will succeed.
Not, I dream of changing the world. I am changing the world.
And here is something important to understand. This is not arrogance. This is not lying. This is vision.
When you speak about your future with certainty, two things happen. First, people around you start to believe in it too. Second, you start to believe in it more yourself.
And belief, combined with action, is what builds billion-dollar companies.
Practice the Musk method now. Say this after us.
I am working towards something that will make a real difference, and I believe it will happen.
I am working towards something that will make a real difference, and I believe it will happen. Now at this point, if Talk English Daily is helping your English, please subscribe right now. New episodes every single week, all completely free. Pause and say it yourself. Present tense, certain, real.
Now at this point, if Talk English Daily is helping your English, please subscribe right now. New episodes every single week, all completely free.
Lesson 4. The Jeff Bezos Principle. Replace I disagree with I want to understand.
Jeff Bezos built Amazon from a small online bookshop in his garage into one of the largest companies in human history.
And one of the most famous things about his leadership style was how he handled disagreement.
Amazon has a set of leadership principles that every employee learns, and one of them says this:
Leaders are obligated to respectfully challenge decisions when they disagree, even when doing so is uncomfortable.
But the key word is respectfully. Bezos believed that the best way to challenge an idea was not to attack it, but to understand it first.
So instead of saying, I disagree with you, which immediately creates defensiveness, successful communicators say something completely different.
They say, help me understand your thinking on this.
Just those 5 words. Help me understand.
Those 5 words transform every conversation. Instead of an argument, you get a dialogue. Instead of 2 people defending positions, you get 2 people actually thinking together.
And here is why this is so powerful in English specifically. These 5 words signal intelligence. They signal emotional maturity. They signal that you are someone worth talking to and doing business with.
Bezos also said something about listening that every billionaire seems to believe deeply.
He said when he is at dinner with friends or family, he focuses completely on what he is doing. He does not multitask. He is fully present.
And when someone is fully present with you, you feel it. You feel like the most important person in the room.
That feeling is one of the most powerful gifts one person can give another.
Practice now.
Help me understand your thinking on this.
Help me understand your thinking on this.
Pause and say it. Next time you want to argue, use this instead. Watch what happens to the conversation.
Lesson 5. The billionaire communication habit they all share. Never use corporate jargon.
Here is something fascinating. When communication experts study the speeches and interviews of the world's most successful billionaires, they find almost no jargon.
No synergizing. No leveraging core competencies. No moving the needle. No thinking outside the box. No circle back. No touching base.
I genuinely shudder at those phrases.
Every business person in the world has sat in a meeting where someone said, "Let us circle back on that offline."
Whatever that means.
Billionaires consistently speak in plain human language because they understand something critical.
Jargon is not a sign of intelligence. Jargon is a hiding place for people who do not really understand what they are talking about.
Buffett wrote in a famous preface to a government handbook on clear writing, "I have studied documents that public companies file. Too often I have been unable to decipher what is being said, or worse, had to conclude that nothing was being said."
Nothing was being said. A lot of impressive language with no actual meaning inside it.
And Buffett suspected that companies using incomprehensible language often had something to hide.
Honesty lives in simple language, and the world's most successful people speak honestly, because trust is the foundation of everything.
So here is the rule. For every piece of jargon you are tempted to use, find the plain human version.
Instead of, let us leverage our core competencies to drive synergistic outcomes.
Just say, "Let us use our strengths to get better results."
Let us use our strengths to get better results.
Let us use our strengths to get better results.
Say it yourself. Clear, human, real.
Lesson 6. The billionaire power phrases. The exact words they actually use.
These phrases come from years of research into interviews, speeches, books, and letters written by the world's most successful people. Every one of them is something you can use starting today.
Power phrase 1. I could be wrong about this, but here is what I think.
This phrase surprises people. Why would a billionaire say they could be wrong? Is that not a sign of weakness?
Completely the opposite. When you say, "I could be wrong," before stating your view, it signals something incredibly powerful.
It signals that you are confident enough in yourself that you do not need to pretend to be perfect. That is rare, and rare things command respect.
Elon Musk does this constantly in interviews. He says things like, "I might be completely wrong about this, but I think..."
And somehow, hearing him say he might be wrong makes everything he says after feel more believable, not less.
I could be wrong about this, but here is what I think.
I could be wrong about this, but here is what I think.
Power phrase 2. What would have to be true for this to work?
This is a thinking question disguised as a phrase. When Bezos and his team at Amazon evaluated a new business idea, they asked this question constantly.
What would have to be true for this to work? It forces everyone in the room to think forward, to think strategically, and to think about what needs to happen rather than what might go wrong.
And when you ask this question in any meeting, any conversation, any negotiation, you immediately sound like the most strategic person there.
What would have to be true for this to work?
What would have to be true for this to work? Pause and say it, slowly, with intention.
Power phrase 3. I am still learning.
3 words, but enormous power behind them.
Buffett reads for 5 to 6 hours every day. He says he is always learning. Musk reads entire textbooks on rocket science because he never stops wanting to know more.
And when these people say, I am still learning, they mean it completely. They are not performing humility. They genuinely believe they have more to discover.
And that mindset, that permanent curiosity, that refusal to believe they already know enough, is one of the most common traits among the world's wealthiest people.
When you say, I am still learning, in a conversation, it signals that you are growing, open, curious, all qualities that people want to work with and invest in.
I am still learning. And I think that is the most important thing.
I'm still learning, and I think that is the most important thing.
Power phrase 4. Let me be direct with you.
Billionaires are known for directness, not rudeness, not aggression, but clear, honest directness.
Buffett built his entire reputation on saying exactly what he meant. No corporate language, no hiding behind long sentences. Direct, clear, honest.
When you say, let me be direct with you, before saying something important, 2 things happen.
First, the person you are speaking to immediately focuses completely, because they know something real is about to be said.
Second, everything you say after carries more weight, more credibility, more impact.
Let me be direct with you. I believe this is the right direction.
Let me be direct with you. I believe this is the right direction. Pause and say both sentences yourself. Direct, calm, honest.
Now say all 4 power phrases one more time, together, slowly.
I could be wrong about this, but here is what I think.
What would have to be true for this to work?
I am still learning, and I think that is the most important thing.
Let me be direct with you.
Pause now and say all 4 yourself.
Now, before we say goodbye today, there is one more thing I want to share with you, something that connects all 6 lessons.
Every billionaire we studied today, Buffett, Jobs, Musk, Bezos, had something in common beyond their communication style.
They all believed that communication was a skill worth investing in seriously. Not something you are born knowing how to do, a skill that you can learn, that you can practice, that you can improve every single day.
Warren Buffett was terrified of public speaking at 20 years old. He arranged his classes so he would never have to speak in front of people. He was that afraid.
Then, at 21, he enrolled in a communication course for $100. He has called it his greatest investment ever.
And he hangs that course certificate on his wall to this day. Not his university degrees, that certificate.
Because he knows that everything he built, every dollar he earned, every person he inspired, began with his ability to communicate clearly.
And if one of the wealthiest people who ever lived believes that communication is the most important skill he ever learned,
then perhaps the time you spend improving your English is the most valuable investment you can make in your own future.
let us remember the 6 lessons.
Lesson 1. The Warren Buffett Secret. Speak to be understood. Imagine your audience is your intelligent, non-expert sister. Make every word clear.
Lesson 2. The Steve Jobs Secret. Speak simply. A 10-year-old vocabulary built the most valuable company in history. Simplicity is sophistication.
Lesson 3. The Elon Musk Method. Speak about your future in present tense. I am building. I am creating. I am working on. Certainty attracts believers.
Lesson 4. The Jeff Bezos Principle. Replace "I disagree" with "help me understand." Curiosity is more powerful than argument, every time.
Lesson 5. Never use jargon. Billionaires speak in plain human language because honesty lives in simple words.
Lesson 6. The 4 power phrases. I could be wrong, but here is what I think. What would have to be true for this to work? I am still learning. Let me be direct with you.
These are not just English lessons. These are the communication habits of the most successful people who ever built something remarkable in this world.
And they are available to anyone who is willing to practice, including you, especially you.
Tell us in the comments below, which billionaire lesson surprised you most today? And which one are you going to try first?
Thank you for being here today.
See you in the next episode. Goodbye, everyone.